Everyone, welcome back to another video. So in previous video we have discussed how we can create a network call using network manager, and in today video we are going to discuss how we need to show the data that is coming from a network manager to the view using model view and model. So we have created a model class, we have created a network manager, and we have created a view model and view. So first of all, we have to create a list where we need to show the data. So here we are in the view. We need to remove this text, and instead of text we need to use a list. So in list item, for now we are just using appetizer list. Okay, so here you can see it's created a one view for that. Also we need to use a for each loop, and in the for each loop we need an array of elements that we have to show in the list. So right now we don't have the elements in the array, so we have to create that array element first, then we will have to put the for each loop. For now we are just moving this to only this list, and we need to move to the view model class. So here we have to call the network manager function that we have created in the previous video, and by using that function we have to get the data that is coming from the API and show and publish it to the view. So for that we have to create a function with the name of get appetizer list. Okay, so with this function, we have to get the data from the network manager, and we will show it here. So we have to use network manager dot share dot get appetizer list. So that's the function which we have created in previous video, get appetizer list in network manager. Okay, so we just have changed the name so we don't confuse the name of this function and the name of network manager function for that. Okay, so also in the network manager get appetizer list, we have to use a response. We have to just use the error, that is, if API returns the error, we will have to show alert message or show the errors for that. And if the data is coming in a proper format, we have to show and move the data to the view so it will show up in the list. Also we have to create a published variable, which is appetizers, which is a type of our model class, which is appetizer model. Let me check the name of that. So it's appetizers only. You just have to copy and paste it here, and we are having an array of that appetizers. Okay, so after creating that variable, we have to just uh, get, if we are getting the right data on that call, we will have to assign that values to the appetizers. And also if we have some errors regarding that, we will have to show errors for that as well. For that we have to remove these brackets. Also, we have to initialize that with empty array, and the result which is coming from that API call, we will have to declare a variable for that, and we will use in keyword. After that, we have to put a switch statement, and we will put a result. We will have to check the cases for that. So the first case we have to check a success, let appetizer. So if we have a success, we will have to assign that value to the appetizers that we have created here. Okay. Also, it's just giving us, we don't have to use that for now. Okay, in success case, we will have to assign self dot appetizers equals to appetizers. Okay, so in that case, we have assigned a value of that appetizer list that is coming from the APIs. Also, if we have the failure cases for that, we have to check that thing as well. So we are creating let error, and here we have to check a multiple cases for that, like if we have a invalid URL, or if we have unable to complete, or data is not in correct format, we have to check each and every error for that. We have to put another switch statement that will check each and every error and will return that error to the specific thing. So for that we have to put a switch statement here on that error. So we will have to check each and every error that is coming from that thing. So first one is invalid URL. So we will have to check the error and uh, just respond on the basis of that thing as well. So there are multiple ways to just return the error, like we can only just printing the error, or we have to show the alert on the errors. So we are using alerts in that case. We already have the alert structure here that we have created in previous videos. So you can just check that out. I will just go through with that thing. So we have created an alert item with identifiable. We have created the ID. We have a title of that alert. We have a message of that, and we have a alert button for that. So after that, we have created a structure of alert contexts with the values that we are just showing in the alert. So we have invalid URL, we have invalid response, we have invalid data, and we have unable to complete. So we are just initializing the alert item, which is this one, and we are assigning the titles to server error message to that the data received from the server is invalid, please contact support, and with the dismiss button we are using okay. And the other is also with the same way. You can just copy and paste that thing, or you can just write down by yourself as well. So we are using that alert item to show the errors uh, while we have, and just show the alert for that. Okay, so here we have to create alert item for that. So we will have to pass that error to the alert item, so it will just show the alerts for that. So for that we have to create another variable for that, which is published as well, var alert item of type alert item. Okay, so we have to assign here alert item equals alert contacts dot invalid URL. Okay, so we will assign that alert to that alert item and with the type of that thing as well. We have to move the others for that. So we will have to use a self for that. Also, we will use same here and here. And we will just change the type of that, which is invalid response, invalid data, and unable to complete for that. Okay, so this way we can just create a function, and in that function we will get the appetizers list which is coming from that thing. Also, the last thing which is loading. So let's say when we are calling the API and it's taking some time, we will have to show a loading view before that. Okay, so for that we already created an activity indicator view with make UI, uh, which is UI representable, and in the make UI activity we are creating UI activity indicator view, and after that we are assigning the color which is bread primary, which is our custom color. You can use any of that color, and after that we'll just start animating and return the indicator view. Also we have the update UI function which is required to create that complete structure, and after that we have a loading view with a body, and we have using Z stack for that, and we are using a color which is a system background color, edges ignoring safe area dot all, which means the view, the loading view, which will appear, it will appear on the whole screen, and we are just initializing the activity indicator, which is this one. So we will have to use this loading view in our view model as well. So for that we have to use at published var is loading equals to false. So it means when we have when we are on that screen, first of all the loading is false. When we call that get appetizer function, it needs to be true after that calling. So in that function we have to use is loading equals to true. Okay, and when the result comes we will have to do it equals false as well. Okay, this way we can use that thing as well. We will have to use the self for that, so we will not use self on each thing. We will just put self here, and it will just get self for each item. Let's say when we remove that self, we don't need to use that again and again. Okay, I think so. We just have to change the name so it doesn't confuse that thing. Okay, this thing is resolved, and also we will have to put that in dispatch queue with the main thread, because we are just changing the UI, so we will have to put that thing in a main thread. Okay, now yes, we have to use that thing again. So now that issue is resolved. Okay, so that's our view model class, and we have almost done everything with that. We have created a function which is calling that network manager function, and it will just get the data, and we are just using that data if we have the proper data. Otherwise we will show the error in the alert item. Also we have used the loading view for that as well. So the next step, we have to uh, set up the view that we already have with the proper appetizers array, and we will show it in the list. So moving to that thing which is a view. So here you can see we are just using a text. We don't need to use a text for that. And first of all, we have to create add state object was appetizer view model of type appetizer view model equals creating a new instance for that. Okay, we will now use that appetizer view model to show the data that is coming from the API, how we can use that. We are not just using that, we have to use appetizer view model dot appetizers, and we will use appetizer in the keyword for that. And now we have to show a list. We have to create an image for that, and the other thing which is a text view. So we have already created a cell for that, which is with the appetizer cell with image name and uh, the appetizer name. We have using horizontal stack for that. We have the image which is assigning the image name. We are setting up the frame, aspect ratio, and corner radius. Also we are using the appetizer name, so we will have to call that appetizer cell from the view class. Okay, so we have to use appetizer cell with appetizers dot image. We will have to use str meal thumb for that, that is image URL, and we will have to use appetizers dot str meal. Okay, we have two parameters for that will show up here properly for that thing as well. Okay, let's just also we will have to call the API on appear function. We will have to use Z stack here, and we will put all these things in a Z stack. And after that we will have to just call on appear. On appear we will have to call appetizer view model dot get appetizers. So it will get the appetizer for us. Here you can see it's showing the name of that appetizer, and it will show us the image for that. We can also run in the simulator and check how it will work. It will just take some time for that, and here you can see it's properly showing the images and name of that appetizer. Also we will have to check one more thing, which is alert view, that we have put the alerts. So this way we didn't implemented the alerts for that thing. So we will have to use the alert view with item and context for that, and we are using uh, appetizer view model dot alert item here, and we're using item alert item, and where we have to use the alert with title, message, and uh, that button. So for the title we are using title. After that we will have to pass the message, which is a text, alert item dot message, and after that we will have to button, dismiss button, which is alert item dot dismiss button. So we will check what's the error. Alert item dot title, message is alert item dot message, and dismiss button is oh sorry, we need to remove that text. Is it's only that thing, and that issue is resolved. Also we will have to check if appetizer view model dot is loading. We will have to show a loading view. Okay, that's all for that thing. We will have to run the app and check it's working. So here you can see it's showing loading, and after that it will show the data. So we will just have to just change the URL and check if the error is showing or not that we have. So here you can see it's showing the error as well, and when we click OK, it's just closing the app as well. So that's all for today. Hope you learn something new, which is a complete calling of API using model, view model, and view with network manager and the other things that we are using a custom, which is a loading view. So that's a complete video regarding MVVM API calling. So that's the last video of that API call. Hope you learn something regarding that. If you have any specific questions, you can comment down below and ask. I will answer it for you. So thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.